Hello and welcome to the Boys of Sarah show. This is the kids show draft.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
For this draft, we're doing snake draft. We're doing kids shows. It can be animated. It can be live action. And we have Lowell with the first pick. So we'll go ahead and throw it to Lowell.
All right, this is tough. I didn't know it was a snake draft, so I guess I'm gonna double down on my pick here, but I'm going with SpongeBob, and it's just you can watch you can watch an episode of SpongeBob from ages 4 to like your deathbed, and like honestly, like I forgot about SpongeBob, and this summer I got a TikTok that came up. It's like stay around for 10 minutes. Like here's an episode of SpongeBob. I'm like, I was in my bed, maybe I had a puff or two of the magic stick, and I'm thinking this is going to be great. And I watched it, and I was belly laughing harder than I'd laughed at like any show in so long. I think it was the one when it's the guy, it's like when they're doing the night shift and the whatever the guy's name is.
The hash slinging slasher.
So funny. So funny. And like there are like little details in like what the characters say that like that's why there's so many quotes, I think, but it's like so well written. Obviously the newer seasons kind of suck. I haven't like seen them, but it just doesn't look the same. But everyone watched SpongeBob as a kid. It's a safe pick, but I think it's a really good, solid first pick. And that's why I locked in with SpongeBob. And if you ever see one of those TikToks or a SpongeBob clip, I would encourage you to take time out of your day, press pause and say, I'm gonna watch this and remember my childhood. And it's still funny. So that's my first pick.
There is no other 1-1 pick. That is the show.
Yeah, SpongeBob's him.
There is one show, and it wasn't exclusive to Nickelodeon. It was Teen Nick as well. Arguably the best sitcom of all time. In my opinion, I still watch it to this day. I watch Instagram videos on it and everything. Drake and Josh. Best show ever. It's amazing. When I was 6 years old, it made me laugh. When I'm 21 years old, it makes me laugh still. The show is timeless. I'll watch it forever. It was great. Drake Bell may be a creep, but that's beside the fact. I don't know if he was back when that was going on, but Drake and Josh is the best show ever. Every time I see like a clip of it or something, it just puts a smile on my face. It's too great.
I love Drake and Josh.
It's amazing.
And what's his name? Josh was just in Oppenheimer, so shout out.
Was he actually?
Yeah, he pressed the button.
And the transition from Fat Josh to Skinny Josh wasn't my favorite, but Skinny Josh had his moments.
That was an all-time show.
It was.
All right, so those were my first two. Like, if I was ranking them, I would have picked those two as the first two. So with 3, I'm going to pick Phineas and Ferb here. I think that's third in my brain as far as like what I grew up watching. I love Phineas and Ferb. It was the Disney Channel like opponent to SpongeBob kind of at the time. And there was no comparing, but SpongeBob was definitely better. But Phineas and Ferb was also great. A lot of great characters. And it was always like an adventure every episode. And it was always gone by the end of the episode. And Candace was not able to show the mom. So I think it was a great show. And I love Phineas and Ferb. So I'm going to take Phineas and Ferb.
That's a good pick, Tommy.
Never go wrong with some Phineas and Ferb.
I was also going to pick SpongeBob and Drake and Josh first. That's pretty upsetting. I don't think Phineas and Ferb is that good, to be honest. But that's
okay. That's cool.
Just say. My pick is going to be a Disney Channel show. I'm choosing Wizards of Waverly Place because I always wanted to be a wizard. Like, I just feel like magic is pretty cool, and I thought that it's a great show, and I miss it. And I always like Selena Gomez, and it was really funny. So, yeah, that's my pick. Thank you.
Another great pick.
Honestly, I don't think that Wizard of Waverly Place is that good. So,
yeah, you're just a hater.
Crazy.
You're a hater because I said Phineas and Ferb wasn't good.
No, I like Wizard of Waverly. I like Wizard of Waverly Place.
So I think that's why I liked it.
My first pick is Sweet Life of Zach and Cody because who didn't want to live in a hotel after seeing that? And, their whole life, their mom is the performer, Mr. Mosby as the whatever hotel guy, Esteban, the doorman, amazing, loved him. Everything about it, perfect.
Yo, who's the guy that like had a crush on the mom? Erwin or something?
Erwin,
the scientist.
Yeah, that was a goated character. Yes.
Amazing.
This might be a little younger. What I realized is most people are taking like, well, besides SpongeBob, like I feel like shows you watch maybe like older years of childhood. I'm going with Fairly Odd Parents. I love that show.
Fuck,
Fairly Odd Parents. That's a banger.
Every single one of my picks still.
Hey, double chin. Hey, Coby, that's a double chin.
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
banger.
Wanda, Cosmo is one of my all-time favorite show characters. If you know about Wandissimo, he really should have hit that shit. You know, that show was just great. Timmy, the friends, like
Coby, you
I
just
love the
spitting
idea
right now.
of having fairies and you know, it was cool how he can make wishes and what happened. So I have so many good memories watching that show, and I love Cosmo so much. He was so funny. It fell off a little bit at the end when it was like poo, but those episodes were still really good. And I love the doctor who, whenever they need him, is like playing golf. If anyone's ever like remembers that, he's a doctor who's like a terrible doctor. So that's definitely my first pick, and I'm happy it didn't get taken.
That was a great pick too, Coby.
That was a great pick, Coby. Congratulations. All right, I'm surprised that I'm even able to take this show right now. Give me iCarly. Come on now.
Look at my
Give
phone.
me iCarly.
That shit's
From
tough.
the first
Great
round
pick.
pick. At the bottom, you get iCarly. That's so crazy. Come on now.
My next pick.
Come on now. When you want to talk about greatness, Sam Puckett is one of the greatest side characters in the history of television. Let me tell you that. Obviously, Freddie and what he had going on with
Freddie.
both. Come on.
Freddie is the original Riz King.
Who couldn't relate to Freddie as a
Freddie is the original Riz King of TV.
Exactly, bro. Like he was
Is the original Riz King. He created what a
he
Riz
was clapping
modern
both
day Riz
their
King
ass
is.
at the same time, and they was best friends, bro. Like, come on. That shit is crazy. Yeah, give me iCarly.
All right, I'm gonna go Jimmy Neutron. I'm
Solid.
gonna go Jimmy Neutron, yeah.
Very
Got it.
solid.
Got her. The dad,
The
I
dad's
was on
hilarious.
TikTok the other day, and there was a clip of the dad saying something.
And Sheen.
Yes, and Sheen was hilarious too.
Hey,
The
man.
clip of the dad cracked me up.
You know what's underrated? They did a spin-off show with just Sheen. That show was hilarious.
And
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Planet Sheen.
I do remember Planet Sheen.
It was hilarious.
All right. I have another one.
Yeah, you got the next pick too.
I'm between two. I think I'm gonna save one of them. I'm gonna go Chowder. I think Chowder was fucking hilarious, dude. And I'm
No, that's such a
Deep
steal.
Deep cut. Deep
Very
cut.
I
That
used
was
to
a deep
binge
cut.
that every Saturday morning. I used to wake up and watch Chowder.
Yeah, that's a banger. That's a banger right there.
Like,
That's a great pick.
Rada,
That's a great
rada,
pick.
rada.
Just watch it.
Great pick.
Rada.
So I went live action first round. So second round, it's only right that I go animated, and I gotta go way back to when Cartoon Network was the greatest thing on television. Somebody give me the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Bro, we watched the episode of that the other day.
Come on now. The Grim Adventure of Billy and Mandy and Grim went on crazy adventures. Obviously, Billy, being as stupid as he was, made that show so great. I used to love that show. That was definitely a Saturday morning. Get me a fat bowl of whatever cereal and just sit there and watch that show for hours on end. That was a great show.
I watched the show a lot when I was younger. I think it's classified as a kid's show. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I'm going back to bad cartoons because I was a big cartoon person when I was younger. I'm going to go with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is that a kid's show?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
I love that
That was a
show.
good pick too.
Everything Sokka is like where I first learned about like sarcasm and stuff. Aang obviously was a goat. I haven't seen the show in so long. I can't remember the girl's name, but he was hitting that. And the Fire Lord,
Katara.
and the whole thing with the Fire Lord and airbending, Terra, the girl who was blind but could move the earth. There's so many great episodes, such a good plot. One of my favorite shows. I used to watch it all the time, and then I watched it again when it came out on Netflix. Great show, super interesting. I just love the whole story in itself, and I think that's a fantastic second round pick for my team.
Fantastic pick.
Great. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to go Total Drama Island.
Oh, that's a good one.
one.
Yeah, love that show. It's like reality TV for animated people. I don't know. I love it. And it's just a good show.
You have to let me know if I could do this. Can I take Sweet Life on Deck, even though it's like the spin-off version?
It's a different
you
show.
can. Yeah, you can.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go Sweet Life on Deck. I've recently just been rewatching it, and Tommy was watching it with me. He didn't really think it was that funny, but I was like laughing my ass off. I was giggling, and it's a great show. It's funny. Who doesn't love a good cruise? And you have all the same characters, and that's when they started doing like they'd have crossovers on Sweet Life and Zach and Cody, and then they'd bring it back. And like Jordan Sparks was on one, and I love Jordan Sparks. It was great. Like I love Sweet Life on Deck. I think Sweet Life and Zach and Cody, that franchise is just childhood and very funny. So Sweet Life on Deck.
I like as someone who has recently just rewatched this, it doesn't hold up. Like SpongeBob, like Lowell was saying, holds up. Every joke still hits. It's still funny.
But they're still great shows either way.
I'm at a crossroads as well here, honestly. Because if I take one, I don't think the other one's still gonna be there by my next pick. I'm gonna go Ren and Stimpy here. I was shown this show a couple of years ago, and it's really funny. I honestly don't know like when it was meant to be watched, like what age. I guess really young kids or like people who are just like cooked. But I think that it's so funny. Some of the stuff is so ridiculous, and I loved it. So I'm gonna take Ren and Stimpy.
So I'm gonna go with Victorious.
Banger.
It got canceled pretty early. Or it didn't get canceled. I don't know if it got canceled, but it was like it only like went on for 3 years. But it was pretty good when it went on. Which is funny because the main character was the most annoying, but the supporting cast of that, like you had Kat, Andre, Beck and Jade, that duo was a very underrated young TV duo. They were amazing. Psychowitz, another good one. It was a lot of hidden gems in that show. Robbie and Rex, that was another great thing. But there was a lot of things. I like to think of what could I sit down and watch now and would still have me entertained and laughing, and Victorious definitely would.
That was a fantastic
that
pick. Too
Yeah.
good.
Back in Jade
Yeah, say
River.
that.
I think
That was
I think Jade was the first girl I ever loved, honestly.
Wow.
That makes sense.
I don't know
like
why.
Kat.
I liked her meanness.
Ben likes
She
kids.
did have she had like a dark sense, like some dark humor that like I didn't pick up on when I was younger. But when I see like if you're scrolling through reels or something, you see now, I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. Especially her and Beck. You got Andre, he was a clown too. It was a good show. It was pretty underrated.
It was a good show.
Andre's like a big songwriter now. Like he's actually
He produced-
He did SZA's
Yeah.
Muse.
Like
he's like actually in the music industry.
Yeah, and the success rate from that show too. You had Ariana Grande and Andre come out of that. And I'm trying to, there was someone else.
Sam dated Andre Drummond.
Sam did date Andre Drummond. She wrote a book too, apparently.
Sam who?
he wasn't in Victorious.
Oh, yeah.
You're thinking of Sam and Cat, which might have
Sam
been
and Cat.
Horrible show.
I completely forgot about that.
Sam and Cat
Completely
had some
forgot
fun,
about
had some good moments too.
I can't.
It wasn't as good as Victorious, but it was good.
that. I like Sam and Cat too. I forgot that they were two different.
Do I get 2 picks right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my
He
god.
has
I
the-
can't believe these two
He
have
is the
slipped.
best pick ever.
Okay, maybe not the best pick ever. Does Ned's Declassified School Survival?
Oh, that's so fuck! I forgot about that.
Such a dog for that.
Oh my god. All right. Like remember
Hey,
that-
Lo,
that's
you
a
a
great
dog, boy.
I feel
You a
bad. But
dog.
like
That was
all right,
me,
first of
bro.
all, like how the note page would pop up and like give you advice. I would like take that shit to heart in like 5th grade. I'm like, I got middle school next year. I need to like lock the fuck in. And then also like when they would do like the stunt doubles, like when they're riding on the bike and it's so fake looking, it's actually the fucking funniest thing ever. And then the janitor guy that would crawl for the weasel thing in the like there were so many side plots going on, and like Cookie Dude would have like a whole like he was like inventing like crazy shit with his glasses and like hitting it was just nuts. Coconut head, the basketball guy that always spun the ball on his finger, whatever the girl's name was, I don't remember. That show was just lit. Like that show had, I don't know why, but stuck with me.
So good.
I need to rewatch that. All right, this one's tough, but like Zoe 101 didn't get touched for some reason.
Oh, thank you. So good.
That was gonna be my third round
Yeah,
pick.
I
I
mean,
thought I was
you
gonna,
can
I
put
thought I
that
was gonna
next.
slip.
That
I
was
thought I was gonna
You're like
slip.
9 years old. You're like, yeah, of course. When I'm in high school, I'm gonna be going to the sushi restaurant attached to it in my like. Like it was so unrealistic. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that in like 5 years. I might as well learn how. And like it just seemed like they were like adults. It was just weird, but also just good characters. And it was funny, I think. But good vibes. I remember watching that show. So
That my last pick was in between Zoe 101 and this other one, and Lowell took Zoe 101. Credit to you. It was a good one. This was the last one I had on the list. I'm gonna go with Big Time Rush. Big Time Rush was
Damn.
it was good. It was good. It was almost all guys, which hey, don't discriminate, but it was a good show. It was funny, had its moments. The music when I listen to it now is completely awful, but 10-year-old me, when that stuff came on, I was like, holy shit, this is a banger. Like this stuff is good music. And it's really not, but hey, it was a good show. It had laughs, and whenever I think about my childhood, I will always think back to Big Time Rush.
That was a 10 out of 10 pick. That was what I was hoping is going to slip to my pick here. So the only one I left left on my big board. I'm going to take Everybody Hates Chris here. I think that it's one of those shows that you fall asleep watching SpongeBob or something, and then you wake up and Everybody Hates Chris is on, and you start to watch it, and like Terry Crews says something funny, and you're like, oh, this show's actually hilarious. And I just rewatched it again with Maya recently, and it's so funny still. So it holds up. And I'm gonna take Everybody Hates Chris here with my third round pick.
That pick is really upsetting because that was gonna be my last one. And Everybody Hates Chris is like the best show to me. It's the funniest shit ever. But I'm gonna have to go last one with Good Luck Charlie, because it was a good show.
Oh.
It was.
That's a
When I
good
was
pick.
When I was younger, I loved Good Luck Charlie, and like the little camcorder, I wanted that so bad, just to like document my life like it was important. So Good Luck Charlie is top pick for me.
Yeah.
But Everybody Hates Chris would have been third, to be honest.
I'm gonna go with True Jackson VP
Good one.
because she was like 15 and a fashion designer, and she like had this relationship with the hot guy from the mailroom. Like that was everything to me at the time. So yeah, that was a great show.
I've never heard of that show, Deanna.
What?
I remember that one.
I remember it.
Thank you.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows the theme song. Like the theme song is classic. Yeah.
Yeah, now I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just what I do. Trueep. You remember that shit, Tommy?
Okay, so last pick. I had so many shows filtering through my mind. I have no idea which one to take, which would be better. So I'm just gonna go with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That show was great for me. Eduardo, the big like purple thing, and the tall red basketball player with one hand, and Boo, and the old lady. I used to love that show. I thought it was cool, just like an imaginary place that was real.
What
And
about
it had a lot of good episodes.
Cheese?
Oh my god, I forgot about it. Oh, see, there were some great characters, great moments. So that's gonna be my third round pick.
Like Coby just said, my mind was going everywhere. I wanted to go Big Splash, take something like Pokemon, maybe even Courage the Cowardly Dog, but then I was like, nah. I decided to go with something from when I was a little bit younger, just to give an ode to like 8, 9-year-old Nickson. I went with Teen Titans for my last pick.
Ooh.
I feel like it was the right time. Its value is there. It's a third round pick, but it's really like it's an upper echelon show, especially when we're talking about the animated superhero. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted to be, Robin or Beast Boy or Raven, and I was in love with Starfire, just like Ben was talking about Jade. Starfire, dude, she was so bad.
Yeah.
My last pick is Teen Titans.
I feel bad going all cartoons, but I think all the shows that aren't cartoons are already taken, the good ones. So I'm gonna go with I think this is a little bit less known than all the other ones we've said, but I remember just watching this kind of late at night on Cartoon Network, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? This is awesome. So I'm gonna go The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Flapjack is hard.
That was a great show.
That's
And I
funny.
think
Flapjack is
it was
hard.
so funny. So yeah,
at the
I'm
Fry
going with
Fair. The like graphics were cool.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Like and subscribe. I'll make the graphics so you can comment who you think won.
That was
Thumbs
But,
up.
Yeah, like and subscribe.